when I was reading the book, there was this notion that you're talking about, that there must be 4 conditions that must exist for a real enterprise decision to form. And I sat up straight. I said, yeah, baby, now I know what to do with the book. I got my 4 things. Now, what are those 4 things? Now, I don't want to let the cat out of the bag, but I think, Mark, if you could, in your own words, kind of help the listener understand. And to me, I think this is the most important part of this book. It's literally like a 4-step way to get things to switch on for you. Help me make sense of it for our listeners.
So this was the catalyst for the book. Doing forecast calls for a couple of my clients where they were just all over the map, and I would ask the same questions over and over again, and then it just became this set of conditions. All right, this is why if they meet these conditions, this is when we're going to put them in the forecast. So the first condition is there's got to be a business problem we're spending money to solve. That means that in the customer's words, they can articulate a measurable impact on revenue, cost, or risk of the current solution, the current approach. There may not be a technology in place, but that alone is still an approach. Even if it's manual, that's their approach. And with that, we need to understand, and the customer has to be able to articulate, what does that mean in terms of revenue leakage, cost, and risk, because they're going to have to sell this internally. Another condition, absolutely of paramount importance, is that there's somebody there with economic responsibility who's going to own the call. They're going to own this decision. That means they're going to go up against individuals who like the old approach. They need to manage the impact of change. It might be that they don't have the political capital to see this through. We have to help them build that. Another condition is that all stakeholders are aligned on go-live dates and the impact of change. That means finance, legal, security, operations. They have to be aligned enough to avoid friction. And then lastly, the decision has to be safe enough to defend inside the organization and forwardable to all the stakeholders.